blow,
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of that engine to even showcase the artist more. But now I think it's become a norm whereby people would want to just go back a little bit and be watching out of from another space. But what is the trick?
I can't talk for everybody, but I think to generalize it, too much of everything obviously is bad. So sometimes you need breaks, you know. Even from eating, sometimes you need to fast a little to reset your body and stuff. Yeah. So I feel like maybe it's the same way. For me personally, I just I needed to get away to experience some more in-person interaction as opposed to just always interacting with people over the phone. Also because I realized that whenever I will come outside, the opinions of the people outside were very different from the particular social network
Media
that I use a lot,
Okay.
which is Twitter. Right? Yeah. So I just needed to take a break to come back to real life and see.
Now, for clarity on that statement you made, are you saying that there's so much lie on Twitter than that meets the eye physically?
There's so much what?
There's so much like lie on Twitter.
I don't think it's
fake fans.
I don't think is lies or fake fans but Twitter is one of the places where there are like a lot of diverse opinions, right? And it's not a lot of them that's in reality in our context, that is in Ghana, like ring true for the average, you understand? Like
exactly.
you might, so depending on who you follow on Twitter and the conversations that you follow, you might be in this whole tunnel where you think that everybody agrees with certain things that you agree with, and then you come in real life and you realize that it's like direct opposite of that. Yeah, so it's not necessarily like lies. It's just you just need to get off the phone sometimes and experience people.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Exactly. If we're just tuning in, we're having a conversation with Kojo Q. Now, one of my favorite, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, of the Former Brothers project. Bro, that song resonates with me all of the time. I think yesterday night I was playing that record myself, and I'm telling you that I wouldn't know at what point, where were you, like the creative point you found yourself to be writing Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Honestly, I don't even remember what pushed me in that direction, but it's a thing that I like to do in my intros where I like to analyze my life personally and talk about some of the things that I have learned and I'm still like learning. Yeah. So I guess on one of my intros on Success Story, I spoke about being able to having access to the same spaces that people who were born super rich
exactly
have when you are from a humble background, and realizing that just being in those same spaces alone means that you are successful. You understand? Even though it might not mean anything to them because they were born there, you moving from here to there alone means that you've traveled a long way. On another one, I spoke about the fear that our parents sort of end up instilling in us when they're trying to protect us. Anyway in their growing way, and sometimes it creates this thing where even when you're old, now you are super cautious and then you don't know how to take risks. So on Rich Dad Poor Dad, I was just now talking about realizing that the things that your parents do, the whatever wealth, whatever resources they are able to accumulate, also affects you, whether positively or negatively. Yeah, and I say this so that you also think about it in relation to if you're going to have kids and the things that you must do for them. Yeah.
Nice one. And that is creative. That is creativity at its best as well. Now let's talk about growing up, because I've heard Kojo Q there be Dada B. You like you be Dada B?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
How was growing up like? Because you seriously don't look like a Dada B though. Hey, you seriously don't look like a hustler. You represent the B function.
I haven't always looked like this. That's number one.
Okay.
I think one of the things is like my glasses and stuff. My eye just no good, and
Oh, really?
Yeah, my eyes just no good.
Short or long?
Short, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Short, yeah. So I've had to wear glasses. I was raised by my grandma in Bantama.
Okay.
Yeah, if you know Bantama, you know it's a compound house setting. One room, me, my grandma, 5 other cousins, and stuff. So definitely not
Dadabi.
Yeah, definitely not Dadabi. Maybe closer to Mama Bad than Dadaba. But I'm not from I won't say I was raised like
from the A class though.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like Charlie. I finished school at the Pokuari MAJSS.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah.
That should even say a lot.
I was in the trenches
in
with
the trenches.
Else. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It just so happens that I count the way I look, the way I sound, and the way I am as part of God's blessings over time. Yeah. Yeah, because Charlie, it's better that people see me and think that I'm Dadabi than people see me and think that.
That has been the conversation there.
Yeah, it's cool.
Charlie, Kojo Q there on a Dadaba, like Dadaba 4 times.
Yeah, then
but then Brandon. But then, at what point did music become something that you wanted to do?
In SS3.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always loved music. I started listening to music like super early in the morning when you wake up before you go and bath and take your money to go and buy cocoa. Grandma's radio will be playing Kakeku or Amachide or something. Yeah, so music has always been around. My cousins got me into hip life and then hip hop. Obrafo was the reason I started writing my own raps, but I didn't want to do music up until Kumasi Anglican 3rd year. Yeah.
Okay, so you're from CAS.
Disciple,
no side. So at the 3rd year, that was definitely your final year.
Yeah,
that was where you decided to do music.
That's when I started to take music seriously. Yeah.
But before even music, what has always been that thing that you had wanted to do when you grow up?
My first love was football.
Really?
Yeah, my first love was football, but I couldn't play past the point, and then reading. I love to read. So it's just like I think that's what messed up my eye. Yeah, because I'll be like late nights, lights off, candle, book.
What the bobo
And so those two things, football and reading. Yeah, and literature. Yeah, in general. Yeah.
What's your favorite football team?
Barcelona. I'm a cooler for life, and I sympathize with Man United since 2010.
Really?
Yeah, since 2010. Yeah,
since 2010.
But I've been a Barcelona fan since Patrick Kluivert and Elba. Yeah, so for a long time. Yeah.
Nice one. Now
of course, Kumasi Asante. I was born into that.
Yeah, Kumasi Asante.
I know the. Birthright. Birthright. I think my very first football match I watched at the stadium was a Kotoko match in Tojan. Yeah, I remember in Tojan, Ablode and stuff. Prince Edupoku. Yeah.
Nice one. Now you are one of the few individuals that. Of all of the clouds around you, some would not even want to say the clouds around you, but then you are someone who would always want to keep to your space. But then again, when Kojo Q does release a song, everyone want to gravitate towards that very energy from Kojo Q. But then again, in as much as you find yourself more in Accra, you get yourself back to Kumasi most of the time as well. Now, what is your take on that very conversation, whereby an individual say that, Charlie, for a creative or for a musician, if you want to blow, you actually need to be in the capital and just move from the very space that you find yourself?
I think it had some merits in the past, especially because a lot of the industry is in Accra. And this is not a thing that's peculiar to Ghana. If you go to the US, if you want to be in movies, you have to be in
the Hollywood.
You have to be in Cali. And if you want to be in music, you have to either be in Atlanta or New York. You understand? So it's not such a peculiar thing. But I believe that since social media came, that has not really been the case. You can be big from almost anywhere, and we have proof in as a Cowboys. You know, from down here, Santa America, to the rest of the world. So I have never really believed in being limited by where you are. But also you have to pay attention to the realities on the ground and know that a lot of the industry is in Accra. So you do have to make appearances there, whether you like it or not. But Charlie, outside of Kumasi, me few Kumasi answer me home.
Come do all of the things that is needed. And Jerry, have something to ask.
Yeah. I mean, for a rapper, you're very like eloquent and in your speech, like you always have something like your answers for all the questions you've been posed to were really intelligent. I'm curious. You say you love to read when you were growing up. So is that the reason why you are such a critical thinker and you're a careful answerer?
Yeah. I'm sure it's from there.
It's just from that literature.
I'm sure it's from all the reading. But I also say that I was gifted with understanding. Yeah, my thing ever since I was a kid is if I understand a concept, I know how to flip it like a million times. So because of that, most of I did very, very well in most of the subjects that required that you understand things like social studies in those things easy. Yeah, and so I think that carries. I don't know why. Sometimes I think it's also because of the compound house setting as well. You see so many people from different walks of life that you're able to empathize with. Like it's familiar to you, so I call it the same. Yeah. So I think it's that plus the literature, like you're saying. Yeah.
Now, from taking a cue from what JR just did ask, is this something that you would advise that your creative or people who find themselves in the space should enlighten themselves more in the field of education to also buttress what they are doing in the creative field?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be formal education. I feel like you need to, especially us as artists. One of our jobs is sort of documenting the times. Another one of our jobs is also offering critique on social issues. You understand? So it's good that you have a fair understanding of everything as well. So you need to, Charlie, humans in general, you need to, as much as possible, get some education, get some self-improvement. Yeah.
Nice one. Now, let's talk about the music industry. Now, there's vast knowledge that things are not so right in the music industry. Talk about standards, talk about certain things that we need, protocols and stuff like that. But I don't know you, for the years that you've been in this music space, what are the things that you think you've realized that we're still not working and it's actually hurting our industry?
We have a lot of issues. I understand that, but it is not in isolation. It's not like we have a country where everything is perfect and the music industry alone is not. And so whatever the music industry is, it's just a reflection of our country as a whole, where a lot of things do not work how they are supposed to work. Yeah, but for me, if there are things that I am dedicating myself to working on and pushing my peers to work on, it's just resources in general. Yeah, we need more knowledgeable people that understand the global music game on the back end. And I'm talking about pushing people in management to actually get some education, understand how that works, pushing people in PR to get some more education, understand how that works. You understand? Pushing the artists themselves to improve in all areas, and also pushing the business end in such a way that we can also get businessmen to put their money into the industry, because that's the only way that we grow. We used to have that a lot before the internet, because before the internet we had the big bands, we have the Alexibles, we have the people that actually put money into music because they knew that people will buy cassettes and they will make the money back. But once music became accessible to everybody for free, they kind of stepped back. Now we are back at a place where, because of streaming, we can earn money in the same way like before, and the world has opened up to us. Nigeria is showing us how big Africans can get. So I think it's time that we get a lot of our business people to be interested in the business again. and show them the ins and outs. Show them if you put in this, you can make that out, and then also make sure that when we sign contracts that we stick to them. Yeah. So
Would you also say that governments have actually failed creatives?
government has failed everybody.
Really?
Yeah. The government, like, have you been to the hospitals? Yeah. So I don't think it's just creatives. I kind of understand, right? With the type of problems that we have as a country, if we were all to vote and decide who to help first, creatives are probably like, do you understand? Because entertainment, especially, is seen as an extra thing. It's after you've eaten and then you are healthy that you think of these things. You understand? So I won't say they failed just creatives. It's everybody. Yeah.
Now, if the chance is given for you to vote, who would you vote for?
There's a reason why you entered that place alone to go and vote. Yeah. So because our people, the people who brought democracy, thought it wise enough for everybody to enter by themselves, I want to keep this to myself as well.
But what kind of a leader are you looking for Ghana, though?
I am looking for somebody that understands the situation that we are in and is not afraid to make sacrifices on his end, on the end of his cabinet, on the end of the people that he's going to work with. And by that I mean I'm looking for somebody that understands that we're a poor country, so maybe I shouldn't be flying everywhere and I shouldn't have like 38 cars, or maybe, you understand, it has to start with you. Somebody that's going to lead by example.
True.
I'm looking for somebody that, if he's going to be asking doctors to please allow him to reduce their pay a little, it has to be somebody who has already reduced his own pay and reduced the pay of everybody that's in his government. I'm looking for somebody that is going to together with Parliament and everybody, take a good look back at our constitution and see how it can be improved to fit our current times, because that was made in 1992. A lot has changed before then. I'm just looking for somebody that puts the country ahead of their own, needs and the needs of the people that sponsored their campaign. Yeah.
Now, do you think we have such a leader here?
We wouldn't know until we vote them in. That's sadly that's the thing. I can come and sit here and say all sorts of things, and then you vote for me, and then it's something else. Yeah. So we wouldn't know, but I definitely believe that there's no way we have 30 million people and we can't get 200 people that have that. Maybe what we don't have is people like that who have the financial backing to actually run a campaign. Yeah.
I love the conversation.
Kojo for president, bro.
I just love the conversation.
I'll be terrible, bro.
I'm actually on a time, but then
you can't be any worse than what we have.
I would love to have this very conversation, but a quick one. Let's talk about the Free Throw, which is the latest project that you've brought out.
Yeah.
What is Free Throw all about, and why the title itself?
Yeah, it's so I guess the reference is from basketball, and free throw is when you get to go to, it's like the penalty of basketball. When you get to go to the line to throw without anybody, trying to block you or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for me, I'm just on the song. I am just saying that at the moment, that's how I'm taking life. Like, I'm getting a lot of free throws, and I don't care who has any adversity or whatever. I'm just going to make my shots, keep taking them, and then keep going. Yeah.
Would it be that artists are now fed up? Because for the understanding I get from Free Throw, it's just like King Promise with Terminator, just telling us exactly that, Charlie. Maybe as is the OBKB and family. Is that the point where our creatives have gotten to?
Isn't that the point where you've gotten to?
I don't think I've gotten that.
I mean, like, basically, when you're in the spotlight, you have to have a thick skin, you understand? Because people will come at you from every angle. Especially with what he said on Twitter. There's so much negativity out there. You might even think you don't have any fans. But then you get on stage and you see that people out there that are actually really love you. Yeah, so, I mean, you've got to have a thick skin. When you work in the industry of expression, and people judge you based on the things you express. Yeah, so I understand where it's coming from.
I understand where it's coming from. So Free Throw is the latest one, and when was that one released?
It came out last week, Thursday. It's the first single of an EP that I'm dropping.
Oh, wow.
Called I'm Back. The EP comes out 28th October as well. Yeah, so this one features Joey B. Was produced by Fortune Dane. Available on all
musical platforms as well. Now, so you're bringing an EP, which is going to be about 7-track EP, right?
Yeah, 7.
A 7-track EP, and who are you with Joey B on there? Who else are you featuring on the EP?
That information will come later. Don't worry. I'll send it to you.
Anyway, so the title of the EP is
I'm Back.
I'm Back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't said it anywhere else, so at least I've given you something.
Yeah, something new, yeah. So just brace yourself for Kojo Q dropping a new EP. That is a 7-track EP. The title is I'm Back. But he's got the latest one out there, Free Throw, which is available on all musical platforms as well. Go check it out. Let's double up on the numbers and let's give them some money. And it features my very favorite individual as well, Joey B, and a favorite producer, Fortune Dane, on this very one. Free Throw is the latest. I'm actually lost for words with the last word he said before me opening the microphone. Ama Ray is your cousin.
Yeah, Ama is my cousin, yeah. On my mom's side.
On your mom's side.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be far-fetched when I'm saying that he's from a Dada B.
That's why I said I am more of a Mama Ba.
Of a Mama Ba than a Dada Ba.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So I understand.
Yeah.
I know crowd was saying a rapper because I said something to my dream. Because now I understand why he gravitated towards Mama Ba than a Dada Ba.
I understand.
That's why I was saying that. Yeah.
But anyways, Kojo Q, it's fun time having you in the studio.
It's been fun as well.
Yeah, so it's anytime you're in town, please feel free to come through. This is home.
Me, if you invite me, I'll come on. And I'll come and talk a lot. So don't be inviting me like that.
No. Me, I want you to be around to talk a lot for us. Yeah. Thank you very much.
And much like his EP, we're glad you're back.
Yeah. We're glad. We don't know exactly who are on there, but I definitely know Free Throw is on the EP, which has been.
You even knew there were 7 songs. So that's.
Yeah, I know that EP will not go more than. EP will not go more than 10.
So it was a guess.
It was a guess
with
the knowledge of EP. With the knowledge of EP.
On.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Kojo Q, for coming through. And before you take leave of us, let me pose this question to you. What do you think will keep a woman?
What do I think will keep a woman?
Yeah.
Bro, nothing keeps anybody.
Sir.
Yeah, I don't think anything keeps anybody unless they want to be kept, whether man or woman. Right, you can. There are certain things that you can do that will keep a person in place because, like, for example, if you make a person dependent, right? If you are their only source of income, if you are their only source of a certain thing that they need to survive. If I can only get food from you, I'll probably stay with you. But that's not really keeping me. It's because of the
food I'm getting from you.
Of the food, I may hate you and still stay, right? But if everything was level, where I absolutely don't need anything and you absolutely don't need anything and we are together, then nothing keeps anybody except if they want to be kept.
I can't say how. Jamming at my granddad's with
Melvin and DJ Hashtag.
Kojo Q, thank you very much.
Fuck you, bro.
Yeah. That was a free throw, though.
Yeah, for real. And he made the basket with that one.
Yeah. That was a free throw.
Thank you for having me, Melvin.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, JR. Thank you, DJ Rooney. I know we are going through hard times, but trust me, we'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Since we're back, I know you're going to be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah.
Definitely.